Everyone, it's Kathy Flippin from Dynamic Touch Massage. Today, as ever, we are better together and from a distance. So I'm going to share with you my 5-minute fix. This is a peanut in my hand. I took 2 tennis balls and I wrapped duct tape around it. And it's very clever for a lot of things. I like the texture of the duct tape because it's a little bit slick, but it's a little bit sticky at the same time. When we're working against a wall, the tennis ball sometimes pops away, and you could put it in a sock or something. But I really like the texture of the duct tape on it. So I'm going to show you 3 things. We're going to open the chest. We're going to take care of, oh my gosh, that tension in the traps. And we're going to mobilize the upper back because we've been sitting a lot. So this just helps mobilize that upper back and help us with our posture. So number 1 is, if we're going to stand tall, if we're going to breathe well, if we're going to feel like we don't have the weight of the world on our shoulders, we need to open the chest a little bit. And this pectoralis muscle, the pectoralis major muscle in particular, is a fan-like muscle. It goes from the center of your chest out to your arm bone. So to stretch it, we move like this. They call it the hugging muscle because when it contracts and shortens, it goes like this. So we need to do the opposite. So we're going to use our peanut and we're going to find a doorway or a corner in the house. And we put the ball against the wall, and I'll just demonstrate. We're going to press against the chest muscle, and then we're going to lean into it in such a way that it's going to push the muscle aside and get a little bit of a myofascial stretch at the same time. It feels amazing. So you lean into the wall. You have to lean down, kneel down a little bit, squat down, and then you lean into the wall. And as I'm pushing into the wall, I'm also pulling away a little bit so that that ball stretches. Then I move my hands like I'm flying. I've got both arms out like Superman. And you notice I'm not just turning my head to the camera right now, I'm turning away from my stretch so that I feel even more of the stretch, and it's getting into my neck as well right now. So this is a really, really comfortable, really good stretch and opening, and you can work all around that chest muscle. You can start in the middle and you can go across all the way to the arm bone. So next is we're gonna mobilize the upper back. We're gonna put the peanut against the wall and the doorway, and we're just gonna roll up and down on it. Now what we're doing is the bony bits of the spine, those little bumpy ones, are going to fall in between the 2 balls, so it's not uncomfortable. You could use a foam roller for this, but it would press on those hard bumpy bones, the spinous processes of the vertebra, and it wouldn't be comfortable. So one other thing you can do is if you step far away, you've got a lot of leverage. If you stand close to your wall, then you're going to have less leverage and it'll be more gentle. So you can not only just roll up and down, and you're getting some wall squats and everything there, 2 for 1, but you can also press your low back and you press your shoulders into the wall so that you're bending yourself around the ball a little bit, and you can mobilize each segment of your vertebra one at a time. So like I said, you can even put the peanut in a sock, because if you have a sock, you can hold on to it and you can move it with your arm a little bit easier than I am right now against the wall for this particular movement. So pushing the low back into the wall, pushing the neck back, a nice long chin tuck, opening the back of the neck, and then mobilizing yourself 1 vertebra at a time against the wall. So the last thing we're going to do is take care of these traps. They're super tight. So we're going to lean against the wall. We're going to go down a little further so our back is just a little bit higher than 90 degrees, somewhere between 90 and 45 degrees. Press the ball against the trapezius muscle here, and then just lean in. So you can simply lean in and get to your trigger points in this way, and you might feel some trigger point up into the face, into the side of the head, and that's a good thing as long as it's tolerable. We want to be gentle, and that's again why I like the tennis ball, because it's not too hard. If you used a lacrosse ball for this, it might really hurt you actually. So be very gentle with the balls. You've got a lot of leverage here, and just lean in only as much as you need to. So you can press and hold. You can move your head a little bit around as you do that so that you can find the best angles that are really releasing those trigger points and those tight bands in the muscles. So that's it for now. Thank you so much. We are sharing the love from a distance. Thanks again to the team that put this together, and we'll see you again soon.